What is going on, everyone? First and foremost, I want to say thank you for being here right now watching this video. I do really appreciate your time, and I would really appreciate if you do consider subscribing to the Tyler's Concept YouTube channel, simply because it does truly help me out a lot. Now, we're going to be reacting to boxing pros are absolutely terrified by Mike Tyson's new intense peekaboo training, man. Now, a lot of people, athletes in general, have been sharing their whole opinion, you get what I mean, on Mike Tyson's training footage. Not only athletes, but people around the world, you get what I mean. But a lot of people are saying his training is it's scary, you get what I mean. It's scary. The guy is literally training to kill, you get what I mean. Like, he's an absolute killer. He's gonna go in there and absolutely dominate Jake Paul. At least that's what they're saying, you get what I mean. Everyone's opinion is different, but by his training footage, a lot of people are picking Mike Tyson to win, you get what I mean, simply because he's still a beast, you get what I mean. They believe he's still a beast. They're completely throwing age out of the equation, basically saying Jake Paul has no chance, you get what I mean. Yeah, you guys pretty much get the idea. So at the end of the day, man, I'm not going to do too much yapping. Just going to let the video play. Then I'll share the rest of my opinions, say what I have to say at the end of the video.
Mike Tyson has returned with even more intense training footage with his famous peekaboo style, and boxing professionals just can't be silent about it.
Then his chance of winning gonna be great. But he tried to stay back from Mike. He gonna get caught. Yeah,
So yeah, why is that?
It's another footage that's left many in shock as to how strong and energetic the boxing legend is at 58. Jake Paul must be terrified by the sight of this. July 20th is just 2 months away, and Mike Tyson hasn't backed out of posting his training footage since March, when the fight was announced. If there's one thing Mike Tyson's training videos made many do, it's that it made many believe again. For a fight as controversial as Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, boxing professionals were quick to shun and ridicule the idea, considering the 31-year age difference that'll divide the two fighters in the ring.
Mike Tyson. I'm a glutton for pain, but I couldn't sign any more checks. So what got me into that stuff was self-hate, not loving myself and taking care of myself. No one person's an island. In order to succeed, you have to have help. You have to have goals. Without goals, who are we? That's what makes...
Particularly, many were scared about Mike Tyson's health, especially seeing how his mentor Muhammad Ali lived the final years of his life. Many boxing supporters were quick to produce clips of the boxing legend on crutches, while others went as far as making their claims on social media. In fact, Oscar de la Hoya not only sounded fearful while he spoke about the fight, he was angered as to why such a strange sight would be a possibility.
Mike or Jake?
Mike or Jake, really?
Who's gonna win?
I got my boy Jake, 100%. Mike is tough. Mike is Tyson is Mike Tyson, so you never know. Power's the last thing to go, and he definitely has the power. Jake is my boy. He's younger, he's faster.
However, Iron Mike Tyson has been showing up with training footage to rewrite the narrative and change the impression of many professionals and fans, especially his close allies like Dana White, who still have so much doubts regarding the coming matchup. During an interview, Dana White had said, "He gets mad when I do this, but Mike is 60. Man, I don't know. But what do you guys think about it? No one cares what I think. It's not my fight. I love Mike Tyson personally as a friend, and he's one of my favorite athletes of all time. I don't know. Let's see what he can do there and put together a training camp and come in. I don't like to see guys fighting at that age. It'd be a 31-year age difference during that fight. You guys know what I think of that stuff? I don't think so good about it."
Man, I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Who gives a shit what I think? It's not my fight. I love Mike Tyson, personally as a friend, and he's one of my favorite athletes of all time. I don't know, let's see what he can go in there.
Nonetheless, the baddest man on the planet has shown up again with footage of his famous peekaboo boxing style, and what has got many talking is the speed and energy that are still very much evident in how he uses the style.
Logan, you need to bend your legs and lean more forward, just straight up. The peekaboo style is known as almost like crab technique in Japanese karate. Your hand is down, your hands up, and you jab, you punch it, and you move.
In the latest clip shared on his social media handle, Iron Mike Tyson was seen training with Rafael Cordero, and this time, he wasn't just throwing the punches at his trainer, he was also doing the peekaboo style, as he tried to defend and attack simultaneously. Quite unusually, Rafael Cordero was wearing boxing gloves and throwing punches at Mike Tyson as well. However, Mike Tyson defended the punches with the peekaboo style and threw counter punches in return. And on seeing this, boxing professionals quickly took to social media to make their claims regarding Mike Tyson's training sessions.
All of this is all twisting for like golf. And just everything's there.
That's how you get the power?
Yeah.
What is it that you're doing there? You're really shifting your weight,
yeah,
right?
it's balance.
Yeah. You know what I noticed about your punches? A lot of times people will teach you want to punch and retract, but with you,
Former undisputed champion Lennox Lewis, who recently passed his crown to Alexander Usyk after 25 years, has shared what he thought about Mike Tyson's new training footage. Commenting under Mike Tyson's post, Lennox Lewis said, "That's the Iron Mike Tyson I wanted to see. Jake Paul's done." And there's truly no doubt that Lennox Lewis had anticipated not only a victory for Mike Tyson, but a dramatic victory that would see Jake Paul get knocked out.
Forward to the Tyson fight with Jake Paul.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's going to be a great fight. I'm looking forward to it.
Do you wish it was a sanctioned fight and not an exhibition like it's going to be?
No, because I would feel really bad for Jake Paul.
In an intriguing social media post, Lewis shared a simulation of the fight alongside the caption, "So I hear Mike Tyson will be fighting Jake Paul. Not quite sure how that will go, but it could be something like this." In the clip, Paul and Tyson come face to face in the octagon in the UFC 5 video game. Tyson comes flying out of the traps by landing a booming right hand, which sends Paul crashing to the canvas with his very first punch. Within seconds, Paul collapses on the canvas, while Tyson has his hand raised in victory. While that scenario seems highly unlikely, the likes of Joe Rogan have insisted Tyson still has the tools to dismantle Paul. Regardless of how impressive Mike Tyson's training has been, many high-profile figures, including Conor McGregor and Eddie Hearn, have spoken out against the staging of the fight, suggesting it is a sideshow given the age disparity between the two. But it appears Holyfield has taken a different approach and is backing Tyson to come out on top. However, he has also suggested Tyson, his two-time rival who famously bit off a portion of his ear in 1997, could be beaten by Paul if he is not handed an opportunity to use his trademark power. He said during an interview with Fight Hub, "I don't know how much confidence Jake Paul has, but he will be a lot quicker. If he stays close to Mike, then his chance of winning is going to be great. But if he tries to stay back from Mike, then he is going to get caught. Mike is like a snake. He will pop out on you, but if you charge him, you can smother him because he pushes off his legs because he is too close. If you give him room, you are going to be messed up."
Back from Mike. He gonna get caught. Yeah, you know,
So yeah, why is that? Because people would think stay away from Mike, don't get hit, like don't give him a chance to like land at something on you.
Mike is like a snake.
Holyfield knows all too well about the power of Tyson, but the veteran is far from his prime days. When asked if a loss to the YouTuber turned prize fighter would be bad for boxing, Holyfield told Fight Hub TV, "Personally, I wouldn't take it that way. This man fought his whole life for whatever reason he chose to fight. We already know he is not going to be as quick as him, but if he catches him, we know that you don't lose your strength with age. I think that pretty much all he can catch him with is a left hook or a right hand. Mike knows you don't have to hit a guy in the face all the time."
You're gonna smother everything because everything he push off his legs. He push off his legs so he too close. Like this, but if you give him room, I mean, everybody get knocked out going backwards. Like this, you give me.
The 57-year-old has been seen using a walking stick after suffering from sciatica, although he did look surprisingly active in his 2020 exhibition with Roy Jones Jr. But in training footage during the build-up to the clash, Tyson has been showing off his trademark power with various warnings to the YouTube star. The boxing world has produced mixed responses to the activity, insisting Tyson and Paul should consider canceling the clash. But the problem child himself has insisted he is nervous to face the former undisputed champion despite their age gap. Iron Mike's ex-trainer Jeff Fennick is certain that Tyson will win, given his hard work before the clash. I have no doubt Tyson wins if Mike takes it easy and doesn't try to punch at the same time, Fenech told Wide World of Sports. If he makes Jake Paul miss, Mike will knock him out in a couple of rounds. 100%. I spoke to Mike and I told him what I felt. Hopefully he'll listen to me. We said the same thing anyway. If he does what he said, then I have no doubt he will knock him out. He'll have no problem. Paul himself has insisted he will not take it easy on Tyson in any way. He told TMZ Sports, absolutely not, because if he has the same opportunity, you know damn well he is going to finish me in embarrassing fashion. On changing the video, many fans, who initially feared for Iron Mike as early footage emerged, soon got along as he continued to document his training, battering the pads on multiple occasions. And after Tyson posted new footage of him doing his peekaboo style, fans quickly took to the comment section. The short clip showed Tyson working up a sweat by showing his ferocious power once again in a brief burst, switching to the body and head of his trainer. Despite his age, the 57-year-old showed off some surprising speed, which he clearly still possesses to an extent from his days as a world champion. And fans were left gobsmacked by his shots, with one writing, "That man is not 57, he moves like he's 30. Another agreed, writing, "The beast even at 58, he still has serious strength and stamina." A fan even wrote, "Dude, how does he move that fast?" Fans also feared for Paul, with one adding, "Jake Paul is in trouble." One even added, "I don't care how old Mike gets, I would never volunteer for him to hit me, LOL. A viewer joked, "Good luck, Jake Paul. He messed with the wrong retired fighter." While a final fan concluded, 50 plus years old, and he still has this power. And surprisingly, there is Bernard Hopkins, who has still been very unimpressed with Mike Tyson, despite his exciting training footage. He responded in an interview saying, "It's cool to be that good at his age, but not for Jake Paul. That's a statement on its own. He doesn't need Jake Paul to make a statement." This came after the multiple-time world champion claimed that Tyson was making a mistake by fighting Jake Paul, a YouTuber turned boxer who's 30 years younger than him.
Is it because of the... Jay, I look at Mike as like, I look at him different in a way of my era. Like people looked at Ali. And I looked at Ali different too, but not too many people. Marvin Hagler, Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Tyson, an icon and one of the greatest in the history of boxing, is held in high regard by Hopkins, which is why he's not on board with him fighting Paul. I don't like it, Hopkins told Fight Hub TV and other reporters. I look at Mike. I look at him differently in a way of my era. Like people looked at Ali. I looked at Ali differently too. Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Robinson. I don't like it. I think it's becoming more of a sideshow with some sweat and maybe some blood if we're lucky. I won't watch it. I could watch two turtles race and be more excited.
Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Robinson. I don't like it. I think it's become more of a sideshow with some sweat, maybe some blood, if we're lucky. I won't watch it.
Hopkins claimed Tyson fighting at 57 years of age was a bad look for his legacy. He believed it cheapened his stock in boxing to be fighting someone like Paul. "It's because of how I look at Mike Tyson," Hopkins said. "I've shared not only the ring with Mike Tyson a few times, but the era, a little tip of the era. I just think it degrades him. You're getting 100 million, 200 million. Please, okay." Female undisputed world heavyweight champion Claressa Shields became extra hyped for the fight after seeing Mike Tyson's training footage. Being an active ex-user, she tweeted, "This comeback would stun the world, I believe. This is so unreal." And truly, she's never been in doubt of the fight, having remarked positively about the event, alongside other boxing events after the announcement. What a week of boxing. Amanda Serrano, a friend of Jake Paul, who had earlier expressed excitement with a tweet saying, Yup, what an event. Things that make me go, Now, on seeing Tyson's peekaboo training footage, the ring is surely about to explode.
Good fight. Well, I love Tyson's spirit, but I think Usyk will win.
Oh, we got a big women's fight with Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, the rematch. Good fight.
Well, this was also as a result that she'll be fighting Katie Taylor on the same night. Michael Bisping, a former fighter, took to his YouTube page to comment on Tyson's peekaboo style, saying, Jake Paul won't survive this, I promise? Well, this came after he had criticized Paul by stating, "You should be ashamed of yourself." And the biggest joke is you don't even slightly realize why. But what's really so special about the peekaboo style that's made it spark so much reaction from boxing professionals and fans? Let's check it out. One of the most popular boxing styles among boxing fans is the peekaboo boxing style. The style became an instant favorite among fans after they watched Tyson decimate his opponents using the peekaboo. Here is everything you need to know about the peekaboo boxing style. Check out the history of the style, famous fighters who used it, and tips for using it below. The peekaboo boxing stance is a fighting style using boxing, which was made popular by Iron Mike Tyson. It's a fighting style used in boxing, which features a low crouched stance with tight guards against a boxer's head. It leaves a fighter defensively protected, while also giving them the potential to land powerful punches. The style is great for shorter, stocky fighters to get in on their opponent and land potential knockout blows. The person credited with coming up with the peekaboo boxing style is the legendary trainer Cus D'Amato. He took the basis for the new boxing style from his favorite fighter, Maxie Rosenblum. Maxie was a highly respected defensive fighter who kept a low stance with his hands held high. Unfortunately, many boxing critics during the era thought Rosenblum's style was boring and lacked aggression. Cus tweaked the style to make it more aggressive while keeping its defensive elements intact. The purpose of the stance was simple: move your head to avoid punches and land powerful counters. Many boxing critics during this time laughed at the style and jokingly called it the peekaboo boxing style. They jokingly called the style peekaboo because the guards looked similar to someone playing peekaboo with a baby. D'Amato soon made these critics eat their words and proved the effectiveness of the peekaboo style. The first time boxing fans saw the true power of the style was Cus fighter Floyd Patterson. Floyd was one of the greatest power punchers in the history of boxing who used the peekaboo style. Patterson won the heavyweight title twice and cemented his legacy as an all-time great. Many other fighters under D'Amato used the style, which included Jose Torres and Buster Mathis. Decades later, boxing fans would see the true power of the peekaboo boxing style. The person credited with reviving and popularizing the style was the legend Iron Mike Tyson. For almost 2 decades, Mike was the most feared fighter on the planet, using the peekaboo style to evade punches and decimate his opponents.
Uma coisa que o Mike faz bem, então.
Tyson's success using the peekaboo boxing style made it a popular style among young boxing practitioners. It is now a more widely taught fighting style, which many stocky power punchers use. Peekaboo's key principles are built upon the bad intentions concept, citation needed, which emphasize the D'Amato philosophy. The general idea is that the peekaboo practitioners are counterpunchers who, contrary to accustomed ways of counterpunching perceived as constantly backing up and jabbing from the safe distance, move forward and do it with a lot of aggressiveness by constantly charging at the opponent, provoking him into throwing punches to counter, and subsequently into making mistakes to capitalize on by creating openings and dominant angles of attack. The peekaboo boxing style is effective, but a fighter must dedicate months, even years of training to learn it. Let's go over the main points of this boxing style. The first feature you'll notice about the peekaboo style is the hand placement. In this stance, your guards are held right under your eyes. Holding your hands up like this leaves your chin and nose fully protected. Peekaboo boxing utilizes relaxed hands with the forearms in front of the face and the fist at nose-eye level. Other unique features include side-to-side head movements, bobbing, weaving, and blindsiding the opponent. A fighter using the peekaboo style is drilled with the stationary dummy and on the bag until the fighter is able to punch by rapid combinations with what D'Amato called bad intentions. The style allows swift neck movements as well as quick ducklings and bad returning damage, usually by rising uppercuts or even rising hooks.
I'd like to know, how is it that you actually get in? Because, you know, you're a heavyweight that was really a cruiserweight. You know what I mean? Like, you weren't a 285-pound heavyweight that was dropping down. You're 220, 250.
I know, but that was to my advantage, them being big and me being who I am.
Another trait that differs the peekaboo style from other boxing stances is the low crouch. In this stance, a fighter has a more exaggerated crouch than traditional stances. The point of the peekaboo's low crotch is to take away potential punching targets. This low stance and high guards can make a boxer feel more protected. Fighters who use the peekaboo stance stand squarer than traditional boxing stances. Both feet are pointed forward, facing the opponent. Peekaboo footwork is not that frequently noted by observers, which usually focus on the upper body movement and striking, but it sets the base for both the effective upper body movement and punching with leverage. The footwork is aimed to close the distance, crowd the opponent, cut off his escape routes, negate his reach advantage, and create dominant angles for attacks simultaneously. To be able to slip and counter the opponent's punches, the practitioner should be able to do it from a neutral or near neutral stance, with his pelvis squared up in parallel against the opponent's pelvis, for it creates more room for the lateral upper body movement side to side with more amplitude, and places conventional boxers in an unfamiliar position relatively to the peekaboo practitioners. The peekaboo boxing stance is defensive while also being offensive. Fighters who use the stance constantly move forward and never backward to give constant pressure. One of the most important features of the peekaboo is the constant head movement. It is a counter-punching style involving a fighter flow with the movement of their opponent's punches. Slipping punches in the peekaboo stance gives fighters perfect angles to throw powerful counters. All attacks used in the peekaboo fighting style come from counters. You only attack once you create an opening. 3Q's D'Amato fighters are synonymous with the peekaboo style. Those fighters are Floyd Patterson and Mike Tyson, and Jose Torres. Floyd Patterson was a 2x world heavyweight champion who was the first champion to use the style. He is considered one of the most devastating power punchers in boxing history. Tyson took many elements of Patterson's style to create the peekaboo style he famously used in his career. Jose Torres was one of the best fighters that Cus D'Amato trained. During his career, the peekaboo style fighter became the lineal light heavyweight champion. Che Torres is considered one of his era's best light heavyweight fighters. The fighter who is synonymous with the peekaboo boxing style is boxing legend Mike Tyson. He is the fighter who popularized and revived the peekaboo style, staying crouched with tight guards and constant head movement to deliver numerous highlight reel KOs. And that's all for now. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, peace out.
But yeah, man, that is the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think about all of this down in the comment section, and subscribe for more content, simply because it does truly help me out a lot. Now, this is crazy, man. My opinion on this whole situation. Do y'all think Mike Tyson's peekaboo style is gonna end up actually, making some trouble for Jake Paul? I don't know the word exactly to say, but you guys pretty much get the idea. Do y'all think he can beat Jake Paul with that style, or do y'all think it's well outdated? You get what I mean? It's a very old style. Jake Paul should already know what he's getting himself into. You get what I mean? Do y'all guys have that kind of mindset, or do y'all think Mike Tyson is still a beast? He can still go in there and absolutely dominate Jake Paul, man. A lot of people are sharing their whole opinion on this fight. A lot of athletes in general, boxing professionals, sharing their whole opinion on this fight. Some of them are saying, Mike Tyson is way too old. He's almost 60 years old, you get what I mean? So, and we all know Jake Paul has a fair reputation, let's just say that, a fair reputation of fighting, well, outdated fighters, you get what I mean? Fighters who shouldn't even be fighting anymore, either old or retired, you get what I mean? Or even both. That is what they're saying, but there's also people saying Mike Tyson is still a beast. Age doesn't matter, you get what I mean? They're throwing age completely out of the equation, saying Mike Tyson still has the ability, the skill, and the God-gifted talent to go in there and actually, dominate Jake Paul. Either way, you get what I mean? Age doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, man, everybody has their own opinion. We just gotta wait for these two to just go in there and, get their job done. You get what I mean? That's all we can really say. But for now, everybody's just sharing their whole opinion, placing their bets, stuff like that. And a lot of people are not placing their bets on this fight simply because they know Jake Paul has been pulling off some shady business, man. You get what I mean? But yeah, man, I don't know. People overall just don't trust Jake Paul or the Paul brothers in general, you get what I mean? But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. Don't have too much to say on this situation, so let me know what y'all think. And without further ado, if you did make it to the end, subscribe for more content, and peace out.